Good morning, family. This is Ricky, and welcome to Hope for Today. Happy Monday, everybody. Come on, guys, let's go. It's a brand new week. We may as well act like a thing is so, even though it ain't so, in order that it might be so, because God said so. You got this. We're going to get this thing done for the Lord this week. We're going to make it this week. God's going to be with us. Are you ready? Let's go. It is continued Fruit of Christmas, and Hope for Today. Today. We're still talking about the fruit of the Holy Spirit. And I think the one we're talking about is probably one that if you're anything like me, you really need to hear right now. It's the fruit of peace. It's the fruit of peace. Could you use some more peace from the Lord? Could others in your life stand to see more peace in you? I bet the answer to those questions is yes. We all need more peace. It's the Greek word eirene. Eirene is the word from which we derive the English name Irene. It's the idea of quiet and calm and contentment. Okay, the Hebrew connotation of peace was the Hebrew word shalom, which essentially meant not just the absence of conflict, but shalom was the idea of the presence of something good. Are you hearing me? I love the idea of biblical peace because biblical peace, when we think about peace, we think about probably, needs met. Can I get a witness right there? Bills paid. Body healed and all those good things. And of course, God longs to do these things in our life. But even that is not what peace is. Peace is really more about a posture and a position. It's about where you are as much as it is what's going on. So much so that Paul would say in Philippians that the peace of God passes all understanding. Translation, peace is not comfort. See, comfort is what I say is comfortable. That's not shalom. That's not irene. That's not biblical peace. Biblical peace is something I have because of what God is doing, even with what's going on. It's not something that I would want to be going on. In other words, peace has way less to do with what's happening, and it has way more to do with who it is happening with. And so God is saying that I can give you a peace even in the midst of your storm. And Paul said it will pass understanding and guard our heart and mind. So I want you to hear a couple of things. One, peace is about who I'm with as much as it is about what I'm going through. And Paul here is saying, when I have the Spirit and when I'm walking with Jesus, I can have something that transcends the things that I'm going through. Ricky, give me some proof. Paul's writing this letter from jail and is still resounding and celebrating the fact that he has the peace of God in his life. And my point is this: if he could have peace in a prison, how much more peace can I have out of it? Even if it feels like there's some things that are, being encompassed around me. Biblical peace. I remember years ago, we were going, where were we going? We were going 4-wheel riding, because I'm from Mississippi, and that's what you do. You Californians call it quad runner. It's called 4-wheelers, okay? And it was my first time, and I was with my cousins, and we were just scared. I was scared to death because it's just like, man, I didn't want this thing to flip over, and I was just worried. And so we're all on these 4-wheelers, and I'm just flipping out because it's just like, man, I'm scared, and we're going over all these hills, and it's just turbulent. But when I looked at my cousin, who was the same age as me, on the same kind of 4-wheeler, smiling and having fun, it hit me that if he can have fun, I can have fun. That if he wasn't worried about it, I can worry about it. And I learned that day that it wasn't so much about what I was going through. It was rather about who I was going through it with. And as long as who I was going through it with felt good about what I was going through, I may as well copy and paste their attitude and make their attitude my own. God says that's peace. That when you're riding through the forerunner of life and it's hard and it's heavy and it's scary for you, just look to the one who's riding with you And as long as their countenance is at peace, your countenance can be at peace as well. And I pray for you today, and I pray for you this week, that you'll walk in the peace of the Holy Spirit. That's hope for today. I'll see you next time.